I'm sorry. I'm here for Gabby.
He never loved me.
We are less than 1 week away from the premiere of The Bachelorette, and we have got to check out these new teasers. Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. We're gonna get all into Gabby and Rachel today, but before we do that, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to our channel so you are always up to date on all things Bachelor Nation. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, joined with the lovely Allison Van Dam. Allison, can you believe we are less than a week away from the new season?
You know, time flies, and I think we all needed a bit of a break after so many back-to-back-to-back seasons. So I think it was the perfect amount of time off, and now that we're starting to get these teaser clips, we got their photo shoot. I didn't think I would be so excited and so ready for another season, but I mean, catch me next Monday. I'll be on the edge of my seat. I'm so ready. I'm excited that it's summertime. Let's grab a bottle of rosé and watch these girls fall in love.
Absolutely. I'm a little overwhelmed with all of the guys. Don't expect me to know everyone's name. I'm just not going to. There's going to be so many guys going home night one that we're just never going to see again. So it's going to take me a few episodes to warm up, but I'm really excited about the friendship between Gabby and Rachel. That's probably what I'm most looking forward to seeing, is their dynamic, their girl power. So I'm really looking forward to the new season. Now we're going to start looking at a few clips to see what's going to go down. It's going to be dramatic. There's going to be lots of tears. And hopefully, as Allison said, there will be love. So let's take a look at our first clip.
I have no doubt we are going to meet our fiancés.
Hi.
We're figuring out things as we go.
What are your first initial thoughts? It's nice to see them back on the TV screen.
I love it. I think it's great that, Rachel has still so much optimism about this process. We saw her get absolutely devastated last season. So the fact that she's been able to take some time, she now is ready to open herself back up to love, I think is great. And we have our first actual proof that this season is on a cruise ship. I know, Nick Viall confirmed this a few weeks ago, but look at them. They are out on the sea. They're ready to go. And I'm so excited to see how the cruise ship dynamic affects this whole season.
Yeah, we've kind of been talking about this. The cruise ship is going to be so different. I can't believe they've never thought about it before, because they, have always been doing the bubbles, especially with COVID, isolating everybody. So I don't know why they've never thought a cruise ship. It's the perfect way to isolate people in the middle of the ocean. Hopefully they don't get lost at sea. But I'm excited to see what is in store for this cruise ship. I remember when the rumor first came out about the cruise ship, there was a lot of people who actually bought tickets to go on the cruise ship, for a vacation, that were actually upset because they lost their chance to go on the ship. So I guess filming The Bachelorette is more important. But I want to hear from those people and hear what they would have to say about that. I mean, imagine your trip being canceled, Allison. I feel like you wouldn't be happy about that.
One of my biggest pet peeves in the world is last minute changes in plans or people bailing. So yeah, I would have definitely been very upset about losing out on the opportunity for a vacation, especially because it seemed like it was decently close to when it was happening. And what's interesting to me is I don't feel like the cruise industry is necessarily fully back since COVID happened. So I feel like there must have been another ship somewhere that maybe didn't have a charter, leaving weeks later. So I'm kind of confused. Maybe they outbid them. Maybe they really wanted the press and the marketing, but you're also getting really negative marketing for canceling all your customers. So an interesting decision across the board.
Yeah, and I also found this clip interesting because Gabby said we're figuring things out as we go, and we don't exactly know how it's going to play out. We know they're going to be dating the same guys, but we don't know if the guys are going to be forced to make a decision, or if the girls are going to be forced to make a decision, or at what point that's going to be. Do you have a preference, Allison, for how it goes? Do you care? Do you think it matters, how long they're dating the guys up until the end of the process?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit confusing. And as we've heard from, people in Bachelor Nation that have spoken to producers, this was a last minute decision to have two bachelorettes over one. So it's not like they'd been plotting this season for a while and had, a ton of meetings of exactly how it's going to work and who's going to date who and at what point, they're going to have to decide. So, I mean, it is these two were thrown into both being the bachelorettes at the same time. They don't know how it's going to work. You then add in the cruise ship dynamic. Her saying we're figuring things out as we go any normal bachelorette could have said that. Like, it's still such a weird process to be dating multiple people. And then you add in all these additional factors. I think it's obvious, like, no one really knows how this season is going to go or how it's going to end. And as we'll see later in this trailer, there is a bit of tension and awkwardness and a lot of emotion of not knowing which guys are into you versus which one are into the other bachelorette. And a lot of feelings could get hurt. A lot of people could feel misled. And I think there's a big potential for a lot of drama to come out of that dynamic. And hopefully, I just like really hope that the girls are never pitted against each other. I hope there's no conflict between the two of them if they both have feelings for the same guy. I don't think there will be because I think they both have really good heads on their shoulders, but that would be like my one issue with the season is if at any point it became like a Rachel versus Gabby situation.
Yeah, I don't really think they're going to get pitted against each other. They seem to be really close as they're promoting the show. They're going to be on Good Morning America tomorrow. So I'm just excited about the friendship. I think it might get sticky with the guys and Gabby and Rachel, because what if one of the guys, Gabby's into, but then that guy is not even into Gabby, he's into Rachel. So there could be some love triangles throughout the remainder of the season, throughout the duration of the season. So let's keep watching to see what unfolds.
Should we make a wish?
You're going to be sailing along the northern coast of Europe.
And definitely in love.
I'm sorry. I'm here for Gabby.
Okay, wow, Allison, this kind of is what you were talking about. This guy right here, he literally was about to get offered a rose from Rachel, and he says he's here for Gabby. This doesn't look like night one, because we know what dresses they wore night one. So I'm assuming this is pretty early on, though. What are your thoughts from this? Like, what would you do if you were Rachel?
I don't know. Like this is so awkward. It's like I feel so bad for her. And I want to say, maybe we should have discussed this beforehand, before a rose ceremony, but they really have such little time with each other. How are they supposed to know? And do you just walk up to people from the beginning of the season and say, are you here for me? Or are you here for Gabby? Like, it's so hard to figure out the timing of that and to figure out, okay, let's see where this goes and keep your options open while still knowing. So I don't know. I'm curious to figure out exactly where in the season this is, maybe why Rachel had more feelings for him than he did for her. And, if I'm Gabby in this position, I feel so bad for Rachel. Do I then offer him a rose, or do I say, no, actually, I'm not here for you, so you can hit the road? Like, it's going to create so much awkwardness if every rose ceremony, not only do the girls ask, they kind of get to decide how they respond.
Yeah, because if the guy is dating both of them, like, will he just accept a rose for whoever offers it first? Like, I'm assuming they're going to be taking turns offering roses. But what if, Gabby's dating more of the guys and Rachel is only into like 6 or 7 of them? Does Gabby get more roses to hand out for the night than Rachel? And like, do they talk before and agree like which guys they want to save together? Or is it truly like an individual rose ceremony where they just like take turns and hopefully, they don't call out the same guy before another one wants to call out? It's a little confusing. It seems like they're going to be figuring it out as they go. We have one last clip to dive into, and then we'll get our final thoughts.
Never loved me.
After overnights, you change your mind?
I don't know if I made a mistake.
So this clip is really giving us like insight into the ending of the season. It seems like, this could be the final few episodes, as Rachel mentioned overnights. Gabby mentioned something about love. How do you think this is going to shake out? Because we don't want them to not fall in love, but it is giving Clayton, flashbacks.
It definitely is. And that's exactly what I thought when I heard the phrase, after overnights, you changed your mind. Now, what does that changed mind mean? Does it mean, no, I'm not that into you, I'd like to head home? Or does it add the element of, no, I changed my mind, I would like to pursue Gabby instead of you? You know what I mean? It's like, what does that mean? And it's like, how do you switch between the two of them that late? Is it still very much up in the air? We see Gabby crying, saying he never loved me. So again, is that meaning someone's heading home or someone has realized they have more feelings for someone else? It just adds so much more context and kind of questions when you have two options. And I think that's why a lot of people have been saying this has more of a Bachelor in Paradise feel, just because of the potential and because you have multiple options. It's not, again, the dynamic of one bachelorette and 30 guys. everyone kind of has a little more autonomy in this season as opposed to a typical normal season.
Yeah, I find it interesting that you said that because what if one of the guys truly changes his mind at the final 3 or even like the final 6? Like it could get really, really tricky if someone's like, ah, I don't know if is it too late to try Gabby? Like these guys really have to make sure their intentions are clear. I think it's best if they date both of them like in the beginning so they can really feel it out so that things don't get complicated later on. So we'll see. It seems like a really dramatic season. I'm sure we're gonna get lots of more trailers and pictures and sneak peeks as time goes on. We're only less than a week away from the premiere, so we're super, super excited. Allison, do you have plans for the premiere? Are you going to be doing a watch party or anything?
Yeah, I need to figure out exactly what my plans are. I feel like we need to do something fun. Like this is a celebratory moment. I feel like the first night is just as exciting as the finale, so I got to look at my schedule. I got to figure it out.
Okay, well, I know there's like a watch party in Los Angeles that I would like to go to if I'm not working. So hopefully, we usually get the episodes a little bit early on East Coast time here at Shared News. So hopefully, we'll be able to watch that because I know if I go to a watch party, I won't be able to hear any of the words because it's happened before. So we're not doing that. I need to hear every single word. But let us know your predictions for The Bachelorette this upcoming season, your thoughts on the trailer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell before you head out of here. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality with Allison Van Dam. Our social media handles are on the screen right now, so be sure to give us a follow. Come say hello. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye. Toodaloo.